They did you wrong. Now their life is falling apart. You may not see all of it on the surface, but trust me, everything is collapsing behind the scenes. The one who lied on you, betrayed you, used you, mocked you, they're not as stable as they pretend to be. They thought they were untouchable. They thought they could do anything to you and never pay a price. But that's not how this universe works. That's not how divine law operates. You don't get to plant destruction and reap peace. You don't get to try and ruin somebody's life and still walk in blessing. There's a cost. And whether they know it or not, whether they believe in karma or not, whether they think spiritual laws are real or not, it doesn't matter. The laws don't need their permission to function. And right now, those laws are moving. They tried to break you. They tried to dim your light. They wanted to ruin your reputation, poison your spirit, and watch you fall. But you didn't. You're still standing. You're still rising. They couldn't take you down. And that's what's eating them alive. Because they didn't just want to hurt you. They wanted to watch you collapse. They wanted you silent. They wanted you struggling. But now that they see you're still walking in peace, still walking in purpose, still walking in power, everything in their world is shaking. They never imagined that what they sent out would come back to them. They never imagined that their mask would slip, that their lies would catch up, that their games would unravel. But it's happening. Their life is falling apart, and there's no stopping it. And it's not just one thing, it's everything. Their relationships are breaking. Their finances are draining. Their peace is gone. They can't rest. They can't focus. They're surrounded by chaos. The very chaos they tried to create for you. And what's wild is, to the outside world, they still might look okay. They still might post and pretend and act like everything is fine. But behind closed doors, it's a different story. Behind the smiles, there's fear. Behind the filters, there's shame. Behind the scenes, everything is crumbling. They're losing control. The things they once relied on are slipping away. The people they used to manipulate are walking away. The lies they built their image on are unraveling. Their life is falling apart piece by piece. And it's not a coincidence, it's consequence. They thought they could do evil and not answer for it. They thought they could break hearts, betray trust, and spread darkness, then continue living untouched. But the universe has a memory. Life doesn't forget. What you send out must come back. What you try to bury will rise. What you do to others, you eventually do to yourself. And this is what's happening to them now. Everything they did to you, every slanderous word, every manipulative tactic, every ounce of energy they use to try and harm you is circling back. And this time, there's no one to blame. No one to shift the narrative. No one to save them from themselves. They thought you were weak. They mistook your kindness for ignorance, your patience for stupidity. They thought they could use you and walk away untouched. But what they didn't see is that you were protected, you were chosen, you were spiritually covered. And while they were plotting, the Most High was positioning. While they were scheming, the universe was watching. And now, justice is being served. It's not about revenge. It's not about wishing harm. You don't have to wish for anything bad to happen to them. The energy they created is enough. Their own behavior is their downfall. Their own patterns are their punishment. Their own mindset is their mystery. Because the truth is, nobody gets away with anything. Not forever. Not when the intention was to harm, to steal, to drain, to destroy. There's a price, and they're paying it now. Whether it's emotional breakdowns, mental exhaustion, financial loss, or total spiritual emptiness, what they dished out is returning with interest. And here's the thing, they don't even fully understand why it's happening. Some of them are confused. They're asking, why is everything going wrong? They're praying for peace while still living in pride. They're asking for blessings while still walking in betrayal. They haven't connected the dots, but you have. You see the pattern. You see the divine order. You see that this is the harvest of their own seeds. And while they spiral, you stay centered. While they fall, you rise. While they drown in the chaos they created, you flourish in the peace you protected. Because you never needed to retaliate. You never needed to expose them. You never needed to stoop to their level. Your power was in your silence. Your power was in your truth. Your power was in trusting the timing of the universe. And now, that patience is paying off. Now, the light is exposing the darkness. Now, the one who wronged you is reaping what they sowed. And they can't handle it. They're not sleeping well. Their spirit is restless. Every time they think they've escaped accountability, something else goes wrong. One problem after another. One loss after another. And the people around them are starting to notice. The image is cracking. The lies are showing. The mask is slipping. And what once looked like success now smells their destruction. That false foundation they built is shaking. And they can't stop the collapse. But here's the most important part. This isn't your moment to gloat. This isn't your moment to say, I told you so. This is your moment to rise even higher, to keep walking in integrity, to keep protecting your peace, to keep shining your light. Because the downfall of those who wronged you is not your validation. It's a reminder. A reminder that doing good always wins in the end. That the high road is never wasted. That you don't have to become bitter to win. You just have to stay true to who you are. And who you are is powerful, resilient, chosen. You made it through what they sent your way. You survived what they hoped would destroy you. And now, while they're falling, you're rising. While they're breaking, you're building. While they're pretending, you're living in truth. That's real power. That's divine protection. That's justice. And the truth is, this is just the beginning. Their world will keep crumbling until they face themselves, until they stop pointing fingers and start taking responsibility, until they acknowledge the harm they've caused, until they ask not for your approval, but for their own healing, until they stop trying to control outcomes and start aligning with truth. And whether they get there or not is not your responsibility. Your only job is to keep advancing, keep creating, keep loving, keep rising. Because while their life is falling apart, you're finally stepping into yours. And this is what makes their fall even more painful for them. They can no longer deny your strength. They thought you would crumble without their support. They thought their betrayal would break you. They thought their lies would define you. But you kept rising. You kept showing up. You kept shining. And now that their world is shaking, they're being forced to watch the very person they tried to destroy evolve into something untouchable, unbothered, and unstoppable. And deep down, they know they brought this on themselves. They remember the conversations. They remember the deception. They remember how they twisted the truth, played the victim, and manipulated others to turn against you. They remember every time they smiled in your face while secretly hoping for your downfall. And now they're haunted by it. It replays in their mind. That guilt, that shame, that regret, it's sitting with them now. Because they thought they'd be free from consequences. But there's no peace for the wicked. There's no joy for the one who deliberately tried to sabotage another soul. And now, the silence is loud. The darkness is heavy. The karma is undeniable. But your job is not to get entangled in their collapse. Don't look back. Don't get pulled in. Don't engage in the drama or entertain the guilt trips. Let the process unfold without your involvement. Because when you step back, the lesson becomes even louder. When you refuse to gloat or attack, your maturity speaks volumes. The same people who believed their lies are now watching you stay quiet, stay grounded, stay blessed. And that's a testimony in itself. It tells the world that you don't need revenge to win, that your peace is your power, that your silence speaks truth louder than any accusation ever could. Now that their life is falling apart, some of them may try to come back. They'll reach out, apologize, cry, remind you of the good times, try to rekindle what they damaged. And it's not always because they've changed. Sometimes it's because they miss the version of you who tolerated the old them. They miss the benefit. They miss the access. They miss your energy, your love, your light. But what they really miss is the version of you that no longer exists. And if you're not careful, you'll reopen the door to someone who still carries the same harmful intentions. This is why discernment matters. Growth isn't just about healing, it's about protecting your healing. You've come too far to go back to what broke you. You've done the work. You've reconnected with your value. You've learned the difference between real love and manipulation, just as loyalty. Don't abandon all that progress just to prove you're still nice. Sometimes love means letting people go. Sometimes grace means wishing them well from a distance. Sometimes forgiveness doesn't mean reunion. It just means release. Let them go through what they need to go through. Let them experience the full weight of their actions. That's not cruelty. That's accountability. That's justice. That's truth. Because growth without accountability isn't real. It's just avoidance. And if they truly want redemption, they'll find it. Not through you, but through their own inner work. Through facing themselves. Through taking ownership of how they treated people. Through becoming someone better than who they were when they had access to you. And as for you, don't let the season distract you. Don't let the destruction disturb your peace. You're in your elevation era, your clarity season, your harvest. You're being blessed because you stayed true. You're being elevated because you didn't compromise. You're being promoted in peace, while others are being demoted in chaos. That's divine balance. That's spiritual justice. That's the unseen order of the universe making things right. You don't need to explain yourself anymore. You don't need to clear your name. Time has revealed everything. The truth always finds its way to the surface. And while they try to hold it together with appearances and lies, you walk boldly in freedom. You sleep peacefully at night. You create. You inspire. You move forward. Because that's what people of light do. They keep advancing. They keep glowing. They keep winning. Their downfall is not your trophy. It's your reminder. A reminder that what's done in darkness will always come to light. A reminder that those who play with fire eventually get burned. A reminder that your energy is sacred and not everyone deserves access. A reminder that your silence is protection, not weakness. And most importantly, a reminder that your resilience is your proof. You were never the one falling apart. You were the one being rebuilt. So walk with your head high. Know that the Most High has always been on your side. Know that your light was never for sale. Know that your value didn't drop just because they couldn't see it. And know that their fall wasn't your fault. It was the fruit of their own seeds. This is your time now, your space, your peace. Let it be sacred. Let it be yours. Let it be protected. While their life is falling apart, yours is coming together in ways you couldn't even imagine. Stay focused. Stay faithful. Stay grounded. Because the best revenge was never revenge. It was rising. And that's exactly what you're doing. As we're here on the Advancing channel, I'm just there chilling in nature. It's beautiful out here in nature. The birds are singing. The sun is shining. And I send you all of this love, all of this light, all of this positive energy. We're here to raise the vibration. I'm here to remind you that everything is working out for you. All is well and you are fine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love, your support, even your donations. They mean a lot. Big up to every subscriber, every member. My name is Mantius. Thank you so much for listening. This is the Advancing channel. One love, God bless, and all the best.